Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to first start out by giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. The bonus to my apostles and elders are a great millstone that rule well, and peace and shalom to the elect men pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. This is your brother Yakanan from the DC Church. And the topic I want to get to is a short topic, but it's one I just felt that needed to be addressed, and it's and hopefully this video is entitled something to the effect of, we are here to only teach the elect, right? So you have, you have guys that come up with these different doctrines every day, these different obscene and obscure and just downright disrespectful doctrines, right? And at the end of the day, you can't convince somebody who wasn't chosen to believe this truth 100%. Some people might get it 30%. Some people might get it 50%. Some people might get as close to as 90%, right in doctrine. But that it's just that 10% that the Lord just won't allow them to get, And I just want to get a few scriptures and just expound upon that point, according to the scriptures now. It's Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 9. It says, "Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast." And what does that mean? We're here that means that we're here to teach those who are willing to hear, those who are ready to learn, those who are ready to shut up and listen to what the prophets of the Lord have to say in sincerity and in righteousness, and this is not even a prideful statement to make it seem like the ones that follow under the banner of GMS are holier than thou, and if you're in GMS, you're automatically saved. That's not what it means. It means that the doctrine itself is right, and if you don't believe in that doctrine, that was given to us by the Spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, then you are going to be judged for that. What your judgment is going to be according to what the Lord feels your judgment should be. And I'll just leave that at that. Now I'll read it again. "Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make understand doctrine?" Because you can't learn this doctrine by yourself. We live in a world where where the doctrine of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, the true doctrine, is completely opposite to whatever they have taught you in this world. So the Lord literally has to put that spirit in you and make you believe this doctrine. This is not something that you can just willy-nilly, jump in and jump out of, believe in and not believe in whenever you want. It's either in you or not, And it says, "Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little." And that's exactly how you're supposed to read the scriptures, because you're not going to get the whole understanding without linking up certain precepts from different books, from different chapters to each other to get the full understanding, right? That's how you understand doctrine. That's how you get understanding in this truth. That's how you get wisdom and understanding in this truth, is to know how to link up all the precepts together to make the whole picture, And what is the whole picture? The whole picture is Yahweh Shai. He comes in the volume of the book. It says that in the scripture. He comes in the volume of the book. So when you understand doctrine, when you understand these scriptures, you understand Yahweh Shai. Think about it like that. When you think about it like that, it makes you feel really blessed to be able to understand this truth and actually agree with this truth. Because when you understand these scriptures, when you understand these precepts, you understand Yahweh Shai. And you understand what it means to be a follower of Yahweh Shai. Now I'm gonna get another scripture. It's 2 Timothy chapter 4, and yeah, I'll start at 1. I charge thee, therefore, before the Most High and the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing in the kingdom. Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. You know, and it's telling you what will come in these times. You know, the last days, the times that we're living in. You know, the typical 2/3. You know, the typical 2/3 will not endure sound doctrine. You know, it'll come to a time, and it is at that time, but they will not endure sound doctrine, and they'll come up with their own lust, their own doctrine, and the way that they feel. You know, keyword, they feel. You know, because this is not about feelings. This is about what is right and what is wrong. You know, we're looking at this thing objectively. You know, there's no feelings involved. You know, no matter what the scripture says, we want to follow it to the T as much as to the best of our ability. But some people want the scriptures to fit in with their lifestyle and their demons. You know, they want their lust to be righteous. They want their lifestyle that they live right now before they even heard the truth to be how they're living while being in the truth. You know, and both of those can't go hand in hand. You have to change yourself. You have to change yourself constantly to be in the spirit of Yahushua. You know, that's point blank period. You have to change, you know, and the thing is that change is not always smooth. It's not always easy, you know, but some people would rather pervert the doctrine and make it to their liking to make themselves feel like how they're living is righteous, all at the expense of other people listening to them and following them, leading them in the wrong direction. You know, now I'll read it again. It says, preach the word, be instant in season and out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. And that's what the prophets of the Lord are doing right now. You know, when we go on into these highways and edges, you know, we preach the word in season and out of season, when it's hot as hell, when it's cold as hell, you know, and reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. And a lot of people will look at that rebuke and exhortment as hate, you know, but according to the scriptures, that rebuke and that exhortation is love. You know, that's the true love of Yahweh, of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, is to right the wrongs. You know, now it says, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. You know, and they're heaping to themselves teachers, you know, teachers of not the sound doctrine of not of the sound doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, but of a demonic doctrine that they came up with themselves that makes them feel that makes them feel right with the way that they're living already, without them having to change. Having itching ears for those teachers and not the true teachers of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you know, which start with the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. You know, those are the ones that were spiritually endowed to lead the nation. You know, and if you don't believe the words that I'm saying out of my mouth, then just look at the works. The works show. You know, the works show for themselves. You know, the works show for themselves. You know. Now, I'm going to get a few more scriptures. Now, this is another scripture. I could just go get Amos real quick. This is Amos chapter 3, verse 7. It says, surely the Lord thy power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants the prophets. You know, we always bring this out, and it's 100%, and it's because it's 100% true. The only ones that are going to be able to understand, to understand this doctrine, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is the Lord's servants, his prophets, the ones that he called, the ones that he chosen, the ones that the Lord called and chose. Those are the only ones that he's going to share his deepest secrets to, Now, I'm going to get a couple more scriptures. This is 1 Peter chapter 2. And I'll start at 1. Wherefore, laying aside all malice and all guile and all hypocrisies and envies and all evil speakings, as newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. And this is essentially who is going to be able to understand this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is babes. Those that are, and what does a babe want to do? A babe wants to learn. A babe starts from scratch. When you have a babe, you can literally raise them to be however you can shape them and mold them to be exactly how you want them to be. Why do you think that people that come from other countries, even as young adults and small children, they already have a certain mindset that can't be skewed or changed no matter what direction you want to take them. Say if somebody came from one of these Middle Eastern countries and is Muslim, it'd be pretty hard to try to convert them on your own to become let's say in the world as I'm speaking, to a Christian. It would be a pretty hard thing to do, because they're already shaped and molded in a specific way to where they already built their morals and their understanding and their wisdom and knowledge on top of those things. That's why you have to give a babe a strong foundation. And that's exactly why the Lord wants to think of us as babes and grow by the sincere milk. We finished living in the world as adults, but we had to go all the way back, and become babes again and learn and relearn everything that we've been taught in this world again, because a lot of us didn't find out about this truth until we were on our until we were after the age of 18. In this world, you're considered an adult. A lot of us didn't learn the truth until we were 18, 19, 20, 25. When we were already considered a full-grown adults in this world. But now we have to go back to, square one. We had to start from scratch and learn again as babes, So we finished our course in the world, but now we have to start a new course in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Now, I'm going to read the scripture again. This is 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 2. It says, as newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word, and the sincere milk is the true doctrine given to us by Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that's being taught by the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, that ye may grow thereby. If so, be ye that have tasted the Lord, Salakia. If so, be ye have tasted that the Lord is gracious, to whom coming as to unto a living stone, disallowed indeed of men, but chosen of God and precious. Ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house and a holy priesthood, to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to Yahweh by Yahweh Shai Mashiach, and it's saying that we are as lively stones that are built up in a spiritual house. We are being given that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to build a strong foundation on as babes, so we can grow thereby, and drink that sincere milk. Now, I'm gonna get another scripture in I think it was Yeah, this is Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 16. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. This is the Lord telling us how we should go by being in this truth, and how we should treat this truth. You know, it says, stand in the ways and ask and see and ask for the old paths. See what our ancestors did, our forefathers, the prophets that came before, what they did, how they moved, how they conducted themselves, and walk therein. You know, but our people say that they won't walk therein. Our people want to walk in the way of Esau. You know, that's why the scripture says that ye are of your father, the devil, because our people want to walk in the ways of their oppressors, you know, and they walked in the way of their oppressors so long that they even found a subculture, sub meaning under, a culture under the culture of Edom, a subculture, which is called black culture. Now black culture is a culture built off of nothing but negativity and just negativity, violence, killing, everything that has to do with the curse. Actually, black culture is the curses. Black culture is the curses, and it's the subculture under the Edomites culture that our people have embraced and made their own, and that they walk thereafter. But the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai is telling us that we have to follow after the ways of our forefathers, our ancestors, our four prophets, and walk in the ways that they walked in, and follow the old paths, because in the old paths there were righteousness. And these new paths that are being broadened and making headway in our nation is the paths of the so-called white man, the paths of the Edomites that the Edomites want the nation of Israel to walk in, so that they can have rulership forever. Because they know as long as that they keep us in a certain mindset, we will never rise. Black culture is only to the benefit of the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. It's only to the benefit of them, but it's to the detriment of the nation that embraces it the most, and that's the so-called Israelite man. The southern kingdom. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Now I'm gonna get another scripture. Salaki. I'm gonna get another scripture in Romans. I'm gonna end it off on this. Now this is Romans chapter 12 and verse 2. Now it says, "Be ye not conformed to this world." The world of Esau, Edom. Under the subculture, black culture, which is to the detriment of a nation. But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. This all starts in your mind. It doesn't matter how strong. It doesn't matter that we are genetically superior to the other nations and to the other nations. Starting off with the nation of Edom. We are genetically superior. We're smarter. We're faster. We're stronger than them. We even had them beat. We have them beat carnally. But their spirit is 100% aligned with their power, which is the devil, which is the spiritual demon Satan. Their spirit is 100% aligned and aligned with their power. They are 100% with their power, and that's the big difference, and that's why they are over us right now. They are one with their power, But that's why the scripture says, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And your mind reflects your heart. Your heart reflects your spirit. We have to renew our mind and our spirit to be one with Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So we can trump, we can trump the nation of Esau and the heathen nations, that ye may prove what is that is good and acceptable and is perfect will of God, so that we may be perfect in every which way, because we have it all right now. We have everything, but what we need the most is the spiritual aspect, because that's what's really going to put us on top, and that's what's going to make the